Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dr. Shireen Gabriel, and I'm Dean of the Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. I am very happy to be hosting the 24th annual Whitecoat ceremony today, almost a quarter century since its inception here. In addition, this is the first time we're holding the ceremony at the State Theater, so I'd love to hear what folks think about this wonderful new venue. It's actually quite poignant, I think, because you receive your white coats on the same stage where you will also accept your diploma. The path towards that diploma begins today. I encourage you throughout your medical education, those important days, months, and years, the time between your coating and your hooding, to be confident of one thing: the faculty, staff, and students at our medical school are not only truly outstanding, but are here for you and will support you in your quest to become extraordinary, exemplary, and caring physicians. So don't forget, we're there for you. As you don your white coat for the very first time, please understand that the coat represents the respect you have for yourselves, for others, and for our profession, for the profession of medicine. I ask you to remember that each and every time you place it on your shoulders, 5, 10, even 50 years from today. Of course, today's wonderful ceremony is not really just about the coat or even the symbolism it represents. It's about all of you, the people who don that coat. It's a celebration of your joining our noble profession as a medical student. I want to take this opportunity to thank our white coat ceremony coordinators, Prerna Chatty and Divya Hoon, the Orientation Week coordinators, Sina Chun, I think, Michael Hart, Sabrina Zeller, the student handbook coordinators, Priya Devi and Hirsch Doshi, the housing coordinators, Michael Jones and Pruthik Manjini, the peer mentor directors, Emma Foley and Jordan Kugler, as well as all the peer mentors and all of the students who've worked so hard to make this orientation week a great success. This is really a student effort. I think they deserve a hand. I am also honored to welcome Rutgers University board members Mary Hibb, Michael Tuasto, and Kenneth Johnson. It's also my pleasure to recognize our partner, Mr. John Gantner, President and CEO of Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, part of the Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health System. Thank you. Thank you for being here, John. I would like to acknowledge and thank Rutgers Biomedical and Health Sciences Chancellor Brian Strom. Dr. Strom is not able to attend our ceremony, but he sends his best wishes and looks forward to meeting you at upcoming events. And I'm delighted to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Ephraim Olweni. You will hear from Dr. Olweni shortly. I also wanted to thank Renee Levin, co-president of the Association of Families and Friends, who is with us this afternoon, as well as the Arnold P. Gold Foundation for its ongoing support. Also in attendance today are many department chairs and faculty members here to welcome you, the class of 2021, to our medical school. I want to thank them for taking time from their day and for their contributions to your success. And of course, I offer a very warm welcome to all of you in the audience, the parents, spouses, family members, and friends of the class of 2021. You too are to be congratulated for the support and encouragement that was so important in bringing your student to this point in his or her education. Thank you. Thank you for all of your support for these young people. So they don't give me too much time at the podium here to talk, but as I was thinking about this talk today, I ended up focusing on a phrase in the Hippocratic Oath, which we'll all recite later together, and you'll recite for the first time today. The sentence reads, "I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor." And it was uprightness and honor that really caught my eye. In today's world, you can only need to be looking at the newspapers or listening to the news to appreciate the need for uprightness and honor, and the need for honor and professionalism in medicine and really in all of the paths that we follow is more paramount than ever. Professionalism is a core value that must be honed and cultivated by each new generation of physicians. It's what allows us to uphold each tenet of the oath. It's the glue that really brings us together in the profession of medicine. That's what today, I believe, is truly all about. That's what becoming a doctor, a physician, is all about. Dr. Richard Reynolds, a former dean at our medical school and Rutgers graduate, who went on to a leadership position in the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, co-authored a book with Dr. John Stone entitled On Doctoring, which I'd recommend. The book opens with an excerpt from the autobiography of an acclaimed poet, William Carlos Williams. Williams was a physician poet who is said to have practiced by day and written by night. Interestingly enough, he hailed from Rutherford, New Jersey, and practiced at what is now St. Mary's General Hospital. The excerpt that I'd like to share reads, "It's the humdrum, day in, everyday work that is the real satisfaction of the practice of medicine. The 1.5 million patients seen on daily visits over a 40-year period of practicing medicine, weekdays, weekends, that make up this life. I have never had a money practice," he said. "It would have been impossible for me. But the actual calling on people at all times and under all conditions, the coming to grips with the intimate conditions of their lives, when they were being born, when they were dying, watching them die, watching them get well when they were ill, has always absorbed me. It's my sincere hope that you too will become absorbed in the noble and honorable profession, becoming a doctor. The path that you're already on will take you into the lives of others in a way that few people have the privilege to experience. As Williams describes, you'll be present for the day-to-day and for the momentously happy and the tragically sad in people's lives. During those moments, professionalism will be of the utmost importance. So I encourage you to think of that today and the Hippocratic Oath with its age-old wisdom of 2,000 years, and lead your life and practice your art in uprightness and honor, and you'll never be led astray. As part of the incoming class of 2021, you have so much to look forward to. The world awaits you, and I know you're just as excited as I am to know what's next. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Carol Terragino, Senior Associate Dean of Education, to the podium. Dr. Terragino.
Good afternoon. Dean Gabriel, Dr. Olweni, Associate and Assistant Deans, Board of Trustees members from Rutgers University, Mr. Gantner, Dr. Yeager, fellow faculty colleagues, families and friends, Gold Humanism honorees, and entering class of 2017. It is such a pleasure to welcome you today in my multiple roles as Admissions Dean and the Senior Associate Dean for Education. As we spoke earlier this week, you are on the threshold of developing your professional identities with 3 R's. I told you it was going to come back. With relationships, resilience, and reflection. Excellent. We'll work on that. So as a partner and a mentor in your journey, beginning today with the Whitecoat, I share a thought. Value your relationships, both personal and professional. Sustain yourself with human interactions. Maintain your wellness. Remember the humanity in each patient encounter. Be in the moment. Connect. Look into the eyes of your patients. I wish for you to always feel joy in your profession and connected to all of your patients. And remember, there are so many levels on which we can connect with all of our patients, and that we are more than physicians. We are individuals with many roles. We're daughters, wives, husbands, sons, parents, siblings, artists, baseball fans, and we should use those pieces of ourselves to connect with our patients, to go beyond the white coat, to connect as individuals, and not to allow it to be a barrier, and sometimes to even remove that white coat to honor the sacred trust of the profession. I look forward to reading your names in a bit. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. I would now like to introduce Renee Levin, co-president of the Robert Wood Johnson Medical School Association of Families and Friends. Dr. Ms. Levin.
Good afternoon. Congratulations to the new first-year students and their families and friends as you embark on this exciting adventure. 2 years ago, I attended my first AFF, Association of Families and Friends, Orientation Week barbecue. My AFF co-chair, Sandy Ray, greeted me as I walked in and invited me to join the AFF. She explained that the AFF is the medical school version of the PTO. That was all I needed to hear. Hopefully some of you also have fond memories of your PTO days. Even if you don't, I hope that you would like to be a part of and support the Association of Families and Friends. The purpose of the AFF is to improve the quality of life for the students at Rutgers RWJMS. We support them by improving their school environment and by helping them to attain their professional goals. The AFF sponsors events such as the Orientation Barbecue to welcome new students and their families and friends. We have provided funds to help defray costs for students to participate in international research and clinical opportunities. We have provided funds to help defray costs for students to present research papers at medical conferences around the country. We have provided funds to support student organizations. Last year, we gave money to a student who started an independent study project to teach medical students mindfulness techniques. They needed to hire an instructor and purchase mats. As the parent of 3 medical students, 2 sons and a daughter-in-law, 2 M3s and an M2, I've had the opportunity to see the AFF in action. I look forward to seeing all of you at the Orientation Barbecue on Sunday and at our 4 association meetings during the year. Dean Lumbaugh works closely with our association and attends these meetings. She reviews the AFF budget and updates us on what each of the medical school classes is doing. Thank you for all the help and support that we get from the Dean's office. We welcome your support in any fashion. You can make a monetary donation. Some people donate items for our Tricky Tray raffle. You can buy merchandise. You can attend our meetings. We look forward to meeting you. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Renee. I would now like to introduce Prerna Chatty and Divya Hoon, both second-year medical students and the student coordinators of the Whitecoat ceremony.
Thank you. Distinguished guests, family, friends, and of course, the incoming class of 2017, welcome. Before I continue, Divya and I would like to thank the incredible individuals that made this afternoon's ceremony possible. Though he could not be here today, Chancellor Strom, Dean Gabriel, Dean Terragino, Dean Garcia-Lombach, Dean Meehan, Ms. Cynthia Ferrer-Espedes, Ms. Natalia Aikaloa, Ms. Phyllis Sika, Ms. Patricia Hansen, Jeanette Evans, Jennifer Forbes-Mullenhard, and the entire Office of Communications and Public Affairs, Dr. Olweni, the Association of Families and Friends, the orientation team, the peer mentor coordinators, and the peer mentors. Oh, and also Dr. Copeland and Ms. Marilyn Wagenseller. Thank you for your commitment to the incoming class. This ceremony would truly not have been possible without all of you. And finally, thank you to the many friends and family that sent in the letters that our students received as a surprise this morning. Okay. Physicians often describe medical school as a rite of passage, and for good reason. In the coming year alone, you will move through a series of experiences completely unlike those of your peers outside the world of medicine. You will thoroughly investigate and dissect the body of your human donor. You will confront your own mortality, and you will, of course, study for countless hours to the point where your friends and family will begin to believe that I have to study is just your excuse to avoid doing your own laundry. The joys that you will experience are unique as well. The electrifying feeling of holding a human heart or brain for the first time, recognizing symptoms in a patient whose condition you learned about in lecture, and the fulfilling moment of a patient or a mentor telling you they know you are going to be a good doctor. These defining points of medical school are truly difficult to share with others that have not experienced such moments themselves. However, for these same reasons that medical school can be described as this rite of passage, it can also become a bubble. The unique pressures, joys, and moments of reflection that characterize medical school can be isolating, and we run the risk of disconnecting ourselves from the world around us. One of the moments that stands out to me from my first year of medical school was at our Anatomy Memorial, an annual event where we invite the family members of the anatomy donors to the medical school for a ceremony and a dinner. One of the donors' daughters clasped my hand and said, "This is an amazing event for us. We usually just think of doctors and medical students as people in white coats. We just want to know that you're real people too." The coat that you are about to adorn carries with it great prestige and honor, but it can also act as a wall between you and your patients. You now carry the responsibility of helping your patients see beyond your white coat and of acknowledging the human connection that you share. Your white coat and the experiences it will give rise to will make you feel different, and as it should. But if we allow our white coats to define us, we distance ourselves from the patients that we chose to serve, and we lose sight of the reasons we entered the medical field. In the highly acclaimed autobiography, When Breath Becomes Air, Dr. Paul Kalanithi wrote that, quote, "Human knowledge is never contained in one person. It grows from the relationships we create between each other and the world, and still it is never complete," end quote. While our medical knowledge connects us to other medical professionals, it is our human knowledge that binds us to our patients. My hope for you is that in the next 4 years, you continue to nurture your human knowledge by engaging with the community around you, inside and outside of the clinic. For me, this took the form of writing about my experiences and sharing these reflections with my friends and family in and outside of medical school, patients and their families, and eventually all of you. For you, maybe engaging with the community will take the form of serving as a student doctor for the Hip Hop Promise Clinic, or volunteering in the New Brunswick community, or traveling abroad, or simply connecting with your peers in medical school and your friends and family at home. However you choose to engage with the community around you, I implore you not to become boxed into medical school. Allow yourself to live in the moment. When you experience happiness, savor it. When you experience sorrow, acknowledge it. When you experience frustration, learn from it. When you experience humility, grow from it. And when you experience laughter, treasure it. You are fortunate to be at a medical school that values your growth, not only as a professional, but also as a human being. I encourage you to always remember that who you are when you take your white coat off determines who you are when you put it on. Our medical knowledge is essential to our profession, but it is our human knowledge that determines who you are. I hope you grow to be proud, not only of your white coat and what you have done to earn it, but more so of the person that you are when you wear it. To the incoming class, it has been a great privilege to welcome you to medical school over the past week. On behalf of myself, Vivia, the orientation team, the peer mentors, and the entire second-year class, congratulations. You are at the beginning of an incredible journey. We are so excited for you, and we look forward to your future accomplishments. Welcome to the RWJMS family.
Next, we will have our keynote speaker, Dr. Olweni, speaking. Dr. Olweni is an assistant professor of urology at Rutgers RWJMS, having joined the Department of Surgery in August of 2012. His subspecialty focus is in endourology and minimally invasive surgery. He received his undergraduate education at Macalester College in St. Paul, Minnesota, graduating in 1998. This was followed by a 2-year research fellowship under Dr. Ralph V. Clayman, a pioneer in minimally invasive urologic surgery at the Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis, Minnesota, where he also received his medical degree. His graduate medical training was completed at the University of California, San Francisco, followed by an endourology and minimally invasive urology fellowship at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas. Dr. Olweni has active research interests in kidney ischemia and in quality of life outcomes in patients with kidney stone disease. He has published over 60 articles and 3 book chapters and serves as a reviewer for 3 journals. Dr. Olweni.
Thank you, Divya and Pirana, Dean Gabriel, Terragino, former Dean Barone for the wonderful introduction, and the deans for the invitation to share some words with you here this afternoon as we celebrate the incoming class of 2021. It's truly my honor and privilege to welcome all of you, families, and friends to Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. I also wish to thank all the faculty and staff who've worked tirelessly to put together the orientation program for the medical students, this Whitecoat ceremony, and for everything you do each day for our medical students. Class of 2021, welcome to Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. How's everybody feeling this afternoon? That's the spirit. So I'd like to start by asking all of you to just hit pause for a minute and savor this moment. Reflect on each of your individual journeys to this very moment on this very day. It's one that you'll undoubtedly remember for the rest of your lives. We, the faculty, are excited you've chosen to join our family of healthcare providers here at Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School, and we look forward to a fun and productive next 4 years as you embark on this first stage of your medical careers. We pledge to provide you with a collegial and thriving learning environment in which we shall learn as much from you as you will from us. William Osler, recognized as the father of modern medicine and the founder of the current system of residency training, was a famed diagnostician, humanitarian, medical historian, and importantly, a renowned practical joker as well. In a 1913 lecture delivered at Yale University, he observed, based on his research in medical history, that medicine arose out of the primal sympathy of man with man, out of the desire to help those in sorrow, in need, and in sickness. Primitive man is thought to have begun to acquire medical knowledge by caring for injuries, accidents, and animal bites. Empirical knowledge was then gradually acquired through observation and association. Stories of individuals with healing powers first began to emerge from ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, and later on the Far East, Greece, and Europe. Now, I'm not here to give a full account on the evolution of medicine since those early days, but I think everyone in this theater here this afternoon recognizes that we've come a long way since those early days. And what I find particularly fascinating about the profession is that it continues to evolve at an exponential pace. I'll give you just a few examples. In just the time since I finished residency, and in case anyone's wondering, that was less than 10 short years ago, researchers have developed the means to 3D print functional organs, and in fact, 3D printed liver tissue is expected to be used in liver transplants as soon as 2020. In other words, before you graduate from medical school. Genetically engineered T cells for the treatment of leukemia are nearing FDA approval, marking one of the first uses of gene-altering treatments in medicine. We have a cure for hepatitis C, not the case when I was a medical student. There is a device that functions as an artificial pancreas for patients with type 1 diabetes that's been FDA approved. Bionic eyes have been implanted in humans, partially restoring vision in people who haven't had vision before for the very first time. And just this past April, the world's first 3-parent baby was born using mitochondrial transfer technology, which is designed to prevent transfer of potentially fatal genes carried in mitochondrial DNA. And literally, there are hundreds of such examples. Sorry. So accompanying this burgeoning evolution in healthcare technology, we also have changes in healthcare delivery as well as changes in medical education. Increasingly, the benefits of multi-specialty integration of physicians and hospitals into large health systems for delivering high-quality and cost-effective care are recognized. And in fact, the majority of physicians completing their training today are employed by hospital systems and multi-specialty networks. For better or for worse, the days of newly minted physicians hanging out their shingles are effectively over. The challenges of training future generations of physicians capable of delivering the highest quality care in such a rapidly changing environment are numerous, and the need for innovation in medical education is also recognized. And this class of 2021 is the new world of medicine you're walking into starting today. This is your life's mission, should you choose to accept it. It may all sound daunting, but it needn't be, because above all, medicine remains a calling, one that you've all heeded. Through your applications, I haven't read them, but I've heard a lot about them, you've already demonstrated that you all possess the intellect, the drive, the diligence, the perseverance, and strength of character to tackle these enormous challenges and to thrive in doing so. And yet, as we join forces and forge forward together in our careers within this complex environment, we must never allow ourselves to forget the humble origins of medicine, a profession which was born, as beautifully worded by William Osler, by the primal sympathy of man with man, the desire to help those in sorrow, in need, and in sickness. The Whitecoat ceremony is a widely recognized rite of passage for doctors and other health professionals and was developed in its current form by Dr. Arnold Gold at Columbia University 25 years ago. Dr. Gold recognized the importance of reemphasizing the value of humanism as the central pillar of modern medicine, given the rapid changes in the field. In just a few more moments, in front of all the faculty present, your family and friends, you'll all swear on the nearly 2,500-year-old oath, the Hippocratic Oath, in which you will pledge to hold yourselves to the highest standards in caring for the sick, to always put patients' needs first and foremost, and to apply yourselves to the best of your abilities in your service to your patients. This is one of the oldest contracts in history, and one that becomes all the more relevant with each passing day and each passing year. I encourage you to truly internalize each word, commit the oath to memory, and abide by it from moving forward every single day. Choose your mentors and role models well. They're people you'll likely build lifelong relationships with as you navigate this complex journey of medicine today. And as serious as all this sounds, don't forget to have fun. We are, after all, still human and must remain so, so as to maintain our capacities for empathy and compassion. Congratulations to all of you on all your achievements. Welcome to the Rutgers family, and thanks for entrusting us with the responsibility of guiding you through this first stage in what will undoubtedly be long and rewarding careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ephraim, for those inspiring words, and to all of our speakers. I would now like to introduce Dr. Dan Meehan and Dr. Sonia Garcia-Lombach, Assistant Deans for Student Affairs, who will recognize the students selected for induction into the Gold Humanism Society this year.
Good afternoon. It is our distinct honor and pleasure to be able to introduce you to the students from the class of 2018 who have been selected for induction into the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Robert Wood Johnson Medical School has long been a pioneer among medical schools in humanism programs. After Columbia held the first ever Whitecoat ceremony in 1993, RWJMS was one of only a couple medical schools to follow with their own Whitecoat ceremony the very next year. Several years later, a group of deans, medical educators, and experts in assessment were convened to explore the viability of an honor society to promote humanistic values and behaviors and to transform the culture of medicine. They were responding to the desire of medical educators and residency program directors to have a mechanism for identifying applicants for internship and residency who have both outstanding clinical and interpersonal skills. The result of their exploration was the birth of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, born with us right here at our school. Today, nearly 150 medical schools have a Gold Humanism Honor Society. These students are truly special. They were nominated by peers who repeatedly identified them in a survey instrument that asked questions such as, which classmate would you want as an MD for yourself or a loved one? Which classmate would you most like to have work by your side as a team member? They were nominated by faculty who singled them out among peers for their humanistic approach to all interactions. Ultimately, they were chosen by a selection committee that considered all nominations and was charged with welcoming no more than 15% of the class to join the Gold Humanism Honor Society. So as I said, they're truly special. Our recently selected students will be formally inducted into the Gold Humanism Honor Society later this year, but we invite them to join us today to emphasize the value we place on humanistic care and professionalism throughout our curriculum and to serve as role models for our incoming class. I ask that each student come to the stage when their name is called so we can recognize them and honor their selection. Gabrielle Abisi. Lauren Adams. Roxana Amiramati. Akanksha Arya. Hank Ashforth. Vatsal Bhatt. Gregory Brody. Melroy D'Souza. Ijama Eliozo. Oh, I'm sorry, John Dutton. Come on. Got out of order in your seats there. Now, Ijama Eliozo. Joseph Grog. Avi Ibe. Briette Karen Fillion. Sang-Hoon Kim. Devin O'Brien. Shipper Rai. Lauren Scheidler. I'd also like to recognize a few students who were selected who couldn't be with us today, so they're traveling, doing away rotations, and things like that. Jessica Ace, Monica Agarwal, Niall Buckley, Julie Bird, Marissa Falkowitz, and Arya Matupar. So one last round of applause for our group. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dan and Sonia, and congratulations to all of the students. So I would now like to ask Dr. Terragino to come back to the podium and introduce the class of 2021. Carol.
So first, it gives me, I have the great pleasure of introducing my colleagues who are going to help me today and to place the white coats on shoulders. So first, Dr. Norma Sachs. Dr. Sachs is the Assistant Dean for Educational Programs. Dr. Archana Pradhan, Associate Dean for Clinical Education. Dr. Joyce Afrin, Assistant Dean for our newly developing regional medical campus at Somerset. Dr. Sonia Garcia-Lombach, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs. And Dr. Dan Meehan, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs. You ready? Laith Abushanab. David Adekanye. Motunrayu Adu. Blessing Ajaye. Omar Akel. Okay, yeah, Laith, okay, right. Joshua Akinsana. Iman Ali. Stephanie Chisholm Amafuna. Ngozi Anameje. Brian Anyanwu. And for the twin now, Michael Anyanwu. Nicholas Arcamano. Natalia Arias. Navid Ashari Ostani. Andrea Barreto. Danica Bosker. Kirk Benek. Rebecca Berger. Serena Basales. Brian Chow. Paige Carlene. Chloe Kavanaugh. Nicole Sesnek. Jesse Chan. Akil Avanuri Chundra. Samantha Cheng. Abhishek Chowthai. Daniil Koch. Alexandria Cooper. Santosh Korg. Christian Court. Shelby Crawley. Olivia Dahl. Tanisha D. Daniel. Joshua David. Joseph David. Joseph David. Oh, gosh. That was an easy name, too. Kevin Dazen. Michael DeCapua. Valerie De Jesus. Akshay Desai. Trusha Desai. Virginia Devi Chow. Michaela Domaratsky. Jefferson Ebube. Ian Eisenberg. Samantha Elfenageli. Justin Elketchen. Christopher Eppel. Alexis Etheridge. Aria Fariborzi. Tara Ferrante. Danielle Flood. Samantha Friedman. Abhinav Gangasani. Basil Gudar. Elisa Gerard. Ariana Gover Shamlu. Rebecca Graziano. Kaylor Graves. David Halkyard. Charles Hamilton. Megan Hawes. Megan Hazel. Kiara Heinz. Thomas Helbig. Max Herman. Michael Hovan. Ava Marie Hunt. Robert Hughesby. Michelle Hutt. Casey Imbergamo. Mariel Jamgochian. Maria Emily Janhofer. Ian Jarin. Emily Jarnigan. Hamsitha Jubilee. Pooja Kapadia. Daniel Katz. Aaron Kern. Viraj Kitani. Therese Kitchuk. Kevin Kim. Veronica Kim. Alana Kurti. Ashley Landisman. Stephanie Latham. Michael Leana. Jenna Lee. Yesenia Leone. Anna Levitt. Kevin Liu. Albert Liu. Kavya Mahajan. Alexander Malinowski. Matthew McGinnis. Mariah McKevick. Lester Julian McCrae. Ardi Nobel Nuevo Mendoza. Carlos Mendoza, Jr. Adarsh Menon. Greg Minassian. Pankari Mohan. Brian Morris. Ali Naeem. Nisha Sadanan Naik. Shane Nybart. Summer Nestorovich. Jenna Nickus. Daphne Noel. Nanama Ohene. Jessica O'Heary. Adeze Muna Okafor. Tracy Sophia Addo. Maris Padron. Vinit Palekar. Pamela Panahan. Amrit Punjabi. Akshat Parikh. Sungbay Park. Nikath Patel. Palak Patel. Parth Suresh Patel, Pooja G. Patel, Tyler Pease, Saif Rahman, Michael Rollo, Priyanka Ramachandra, Varun Ramparia, Rohan Rao, Anup Raghunathan, Shayan Rahman, Daniel Reyes, Hannah Ree, Farsha Rizwan, Robert Rosen, Peter Rosenthal, Joshua Rashal, Alexandra Rubin, David Sadegh, Anuritha Sadhu, Imani Sanders,
Oh.
Ariel Schneer, Delaney Scollin, Rajvi Shah, Melisha Shaw, Jacob Shamash, Francis Joseph Search IV, Slavomir Sokolo. Shreya Srivastav. Mary Stuckey. Sneha Swaminathan. Zahid Sayed. Lindsay Szymanski. Sally Tarabay. Malika Patikola. Amer Tofik. Jeremy Chak. Catherine Tedeschi. Anivia Tenery. Melat Taruna. Declan Tazi. Jal. Jal J. Trivedi. Anita Uche. Deep Vakil. Chandani Vicaria. Nina Verghese. Sophia Wong. Victoria Ray Wong. Alec Weber. David Weinberg. Julie Williamson. Jennifer Wolin, Stephen Shia, Jacqueline Yang, Jason Yang, Jonathan Yao, and then there were 4. Alexander Zhang, Kathy Zhang, Julia Zheng, Ruby Zucker. This is for you guys. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. Terragino. Thank you to all the coders. I'd now like to ask the students and all the physicians who are present to please refer to the program, rise, and recite the oath of Hippocrates in unison with me. I do solemnly swear, we'll do it together, by that which I hold most sacred, that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that unto whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick to the utmost of my power, holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corruption, from the tempting of others to vice, that I will exercise my art solely for the cure of my patients and to give no drug, perform no operation for a criminal purpose, even if solicited, far less suggested. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of my patients, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. Now if I keep this oath and break it not, may I enjoy honor in my life and art for all time. Now, just one more time for the class of 2021.
So I would like to thank everyone for attending today's wonderful ceremony. We look forward to seeing you at many memorable and inspiring events during the next 4 years. I ask that everyone wait to leave until the students have finished exiting. Congratulations again, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.